Hi, in this video you will learn what a rug pull is and what a pump and dump is and how they work, but mainly so you don't fall for one of these traps and lose a lot of your valuable assets, or basically your money. So stay tuned and let's get right to it. Welcome to Future Cash, where it's all about assets in the form of passive income. Now you've probably heard the term rug pull or pump and dump. You may have even read it somewhere and thought to yourself, oh yeah, if someone pulls a rug that I'm standing on, I would fall. Yes, it's basically like that. I will explain this in more detail and also share some knowledge on how to detect these or make you aware if you find yourself in one of these situations. A rug pull is a type of scam in which the creators of a cryptocurrency project, often in the form of a decentralized finance project, suddenly abandon the project or remove liquidity, causing the value of the tokens to plummet. Investors are then left essentially with worthless tokens and no way to recover from their initial investment. A pump and dump is a scheme where a group of individuals artificially inflate the price of a cryptocurrency by spreading false or exaggerated information to attract more buyers. Then once the price has been pumped up, the group then sells their holdings at a higher price, causing the price to rapidly drop, leaving other investors with losses. Most people get in on these schemes as soon as they hear the news, and then they have some FOMO and then they're left holding the bag. They're also providing exit liquidity. Basically the money the scammers need to get out. Here are some notable rug pulls. First we got OneCoin. This is a classic Ponzi scheme that defrauded investors of billions by promising crypto returns and masquerading as a legitimate business. Founder Ignatova disappeared and faces charges for fraud. The currency lacked blockchain and primarily sold courses. She is currently the only woman on the FBI's 10 most wanted list and one of the only women that ever appeared on it. If convicted, she faces up to 2 decades in prison. Apparently she was recently caught, and there's even a Netflix show about it. Next up is Xenotech. In early 2023, the Xenotech project emerged, promising revolutionary advancements in biotechnology through blockchain. With a charismatic team and impressive white paper, investors flocked in. But one fateful day, the website vanished, and so did the team. Investors again were left with worthless tokens and a hard lesson. Another famous rug pull was Galactic Gold. Galactic Gold seemed like a ticket to the stars, just how the name sounds, with promises of enabling interstellar transactions. The community grew rapidly until one day the project's Telegram group disappeared. Along with its admins, investors realized they had been deceived, losing all their investments. Another famous one is Thodex. Thodex was a Turkish crypto exchange that vanished with 2 billion in investment funds. Founder Özer was arrested after Interpol's red notice. Özer faces charges of fraud and forming a criminal organization. Özer's arrest happened in September 2022. An update from 18th July 23. If convicted, he now faces up to 40,400 years in jail, basically a life sentence. The case is still ongoing. Another notable one is Anubis DAO. They raised 60 million, then vanished within 24 hours. They got ANKH tokens and they were afterwards worthless. Another famous one that was really using the hype on Netflix was the Squid Game token, one of the worst rug pulls in crypto. Squid Game token was a Web3 project which was launched by an influencer on Binance in 2021. It was hyped up via massive press coverage. In a short time they raised $3.3 million. Then the developers drained liquidity pools and fled. This is an example of a honeypot exploit. It was lured by Netflix series popularity. The coin value dropped dramatically. Another funny one is the Mutant Ape Planet map NFT. The developer of the Mutant Ape Map NFT collection, which is totally a knockoff of the popular Mutant Ape Yacht Club, made off 2.9 million in a rug pull. He was recently arrested and charged with fraud. The developer Michael was arrested after promising benefits that never materialized. When all the NFTs were sold, the defendants allegedly transferred the funds to other wallets in Michael's control, who had admitted the rug pull in the community's Discord channel under the James pseudonym. Now we got one of the most famous rug pulls in the crypto space that was the case of SushiSwap. SushiSwap was a decentralized finance project that aimed to create a decentralized exchange. It still exists today, similar to Uniswap. It gained a lot of attention and users due to its innovative tokenomics and the promise of providing greater incentives to liquidity providers. In September 2020, the founder of SushiSwap, known by the name Chef Nomi, suddenly pulled a rug pull by converting the project's development funds into Ethereum and then selling them. This action caused panic within the community, and the value of Sushi token plummeted. The community was outraged by this move, as it contradicted the principles of decentralization and trust that are at the core of the cryptocurrency space. However, the story took an interesting turn. Faced with backlash and community pressure, Chef Nomi eventually returned the funds and control of the project to another developer, Sam Bankman-Fried, the founder of the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. We all know how that went. This transaction was meant to restore trust in the project and is in development. If you're still watching, you might be wondering why these rug pulls actually work. There are a few reasons. One of these are anonymity. Many rug pulls and scams are carried out by individuals or groups who hide their identities online. They may use pseudonyms or take steps to hide their real-world identities, making it difficult for law enforcement to track them down. Another reason is the global nature of cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology operate across international borders. Jurisdictional challenges can arise when attempting to prosecute individuals, as laws and regulations vary from one country to another. Then we got decentralization. Decentralized platforms where many rug pulls occur often lack centralized control or oversight. Another factor is complexity. Cryptocurrency transactions can be complex and involve multiple parties. Tracing the flow of funds and identifying the responsible parties can require significant technical expertise and resources. Basically, time and money. Another reason is the limited regulation. While regulatory efforts are increasing, the cryptocurrency space is still relatively new and lacks comprehensive regulations in many jurisdictions. This can create challenges when trying to enforce existing laws or develop new ones specifically tailored to digital assets. One main reason is also the swift action. By the time a rug pull is detected, the responsible parties may have already withdrawn funds and disappeared. The speed at which transactions can occur in the cryptocurrency space can make it difficult to take swift legal action. Law enforcement agencies and regulatory bodies and the cryptocurrency community as a whole are working to address these challenges and develop strategies for preventing and combating scams like rug pulls. Now, if you're still here, you might be wondering, how do you detect rug pulls? These rug pull stories remind us of the importance of due diligence and skepticism in the crypto space. Always do your research. Here are the main things you should do to stay safe. Research the project and team. Start by thoroughly researching the project's website, white paper and social media channels. Look for information about the team members, their background, and their involvement in the crypto community. If the team's identity is hidden or if they lack credibility, it could be a red flag. Check for transparency. Transparency is crucial. Check if the project provides clear and comprehensive information about its goals, technology, use cases, and tokenomics. If the project is vague about these details or lacks a clear roadmap, it's a warning sign. Next, examine the tokenomics and utility. Understand where the tokens come from and its utility within the ecosystem. Be cautious if the project's tokenomics are skewed heavily towards early investors, or if the utility of the token is unclear. Tokens that promise high returns without a clear use case can be suspicious. Analyze the project's community engagement. Look for active and transparent communication from the team, regular updates and responsive interactions with users. If the team is unresponsive or dismisses legitimate concerns, it could indicate a lack of integrity. Also try to be vigilant. Ask others in forums about the project. What do they say? Be cautious of projects that seem too good to be true and follow your instinct. If you by now do decide to invest, also look out that these tokens are audited. It means they have undergone a thorough security audit by independent cybersecurity experts or auditing firms. These audits are conducted to assess the code and smart contracts of the token's underlying technology. The goal is to ensure that the token's code is secure, functions as intended, and does not have any exploitable flaws that could lead to hacks or vulnerabilities. During a security audit, experts review the code for potential issues that could compromise the token's functionality, security, or funds of its users. This can include vulnerabilities that might allow hackers to steal funds, manipulate token values, or disrupt the operation of the token. Now remember, in this super early stage of cryptocurrency, there are both treasures and traps. I will leave you a link in the comment section where you'll find a lot of data of rug pulls and recent rug pulls, up to modern rug pulls that just happened recently. You'll find a lot of statistics and all the data if you're really interested to dive deeper in those subjects. Now, I hope you learned a thing or two, or are just reminded to be cautious out there. If you found some value in this video, please like and subscribe. And please leave a comment on what I can do to improve my videos. I try to improve a little in every video. I now have 4K and still use my other camera for my B-roll. Also, if you have a burning subject related to assets such as crypto, NFTs, Web3, as well as other asset classes like gold, silver, or even real estate, or even if it's just about something you heard in the news, I may dig into it and create a video about it. Once again, thanks for watching and have a good one. Now, you also probably heard about Pepe Coin, while most developers abandoned the project and sold their tokens worth about $12 million.